Hi, my name is Adam Niggin. I'm a zookeeper here at Como Park Zoo and Conservatory. This past year I had the amazing opportunity to travel to Namibia and work with the Giraffe Conservation Foundation on one of the long-term conservation and research projects that they've been working on in Namibia for a number of years. While we were there, I spent a couple of weeks out in the field with them, collecting data on herd sizes, where they were at, what they were eating, that type of information. Along with that, one of the really cool parts of that trip was we got to outfit 7 different giraffe with GPS satellite tracking units. Now these tracking units will transmit data back to GCF for the next 2 years. So they can monitor where the giraffe are going, how they're using the habitat, so that when they're making conservation decisions in the future, they've got that information to go off of and can really make educated decisions on how the giraffe will best utilize the space. I've worked here at Como for 13 years now in the giraffe area, so I really have a love for giraffe, and to be able to get out and actually see them in the wild was really an opportunity that I dreamed about. It was just fantastic. So I think this project is important. Giraffe have been very understudied for a long time in the wild. And as they started looking at their numbers, we found out that giraffe are really not doing as well as we once thought in the wild. Their population is declining. There's currently right around 100,000 giraffe left in the wild, and their population has declined by about 30% just in the last 30 years. Some of the giraffe subspecies are now listed as endangered or critically endangered. So it's really important to get out there and really learn as much as we can about these animals and try and conserve the animals and the habitat they're currently using so that we can make sure that giraffe are around for generations to come. So the one thing that I really brought back from this trip, it was an amazing opportunity, but one thing that I want to share with our visitors is that although it doesn't seem so, everyone can get involved and everyone can make a difference. Just by coming out and supporting your local zoo and supporting them in the conservation work that they're doing, you're really contributing to the amazing work that's being done.
Hi, I'm Hance. I'm one of the large cat keepers here at the Como Zoo, and recently I took a trip with a company called Biosphere Expeditions on a survey to study snow leopards in Kyrgyzstan. With this project, we spent 2 weeks camping in the mountains of Kyrgyzstan, surveying the valleys for any signs of mammals, which included snow leopards and their prey, which were some argali and ibex, and even marmots. I was interested in this project because I've worked with snow leopards for a long time, and recently the status of snow leopards have changed. They have gone from endangered to threatened, which sounds really amazing. That means that their population should be increasing, but there's a lot of debate about whether that's really happening or not. And actually only 2% of the snow leopard's natural range has been studied, and so I felt it was important to find a project that was actually going into the field to try and help gain more information about snow leopards in the wild. The most rewarding part of this project for me was to actually be able to learn and understand what's happening in the wild, and to see how much research is still required in order to understand snow leopard populations. This experience taught me that there's a lot more information that needs to be gained before we make strong decisions about conservation with some animals in the wild. And so I'm excited to bring that back to the public here at Como Zoo, to explain that to them, to hopefully get them interested in finding conservation projects of their own that they might be interested in either participating in or helping fund. And I think it's important that the public visits their local zoos and learns about what conservation programs they are participating in, so they can hopefully assist by donating money or volunteering themselves.
My name is Jill Erzar. I'm a hoofstock keeper here at the Como Park Zoo and Conservatory, and I traveled to Arusha, Tanzania to work with the Wild Nature Institute on a giraffe research project. I helped Wild Nature Institute complete one of their surveys in the field of all of the giraffe in Tarangire National Park. So I was able to take multiple pictures. We measured neck data from over 1,200 calves, and we ID'd over 3,100 individuals just using the spot pattern. What I really liked about this project is Wild Nature Institute works with the giraffe population and also the local community. They bring all of their information to all of the kids in the area to really encourage them to get involved in giraffe conservation, and I was able to see wild giraffe while doing it in a totally non-invasive way. I think this project is very important because unlike us, Tanzania doesn't have a Como Zoo. Most of the kids in the area don't get to see the wild animals. Those parks are for tourists. And so to bring that into their community and to teach them how important giraffe are to both the ecosystem and the tourism in the area is super important for the next generation. This experience taught me that anyone can do anything for conservation. Just by purchasing a Duma the Giraffe book, by getting involved with your local zoo, by telling the story of the decline of giraffe that's currently happening, anyone can help. And the other thing that it taught me is giraffe here at Como Zoo are just as happy as wild giraffe. They show the same behaviors, they show the same breeding, they show all of the same things. So it was fun to see wild giraffe acting just like ours here at home.